Here's what my rock, paper, scissors game looks like when I run it. So if I click on an image, let's say rock, I picked rock. So your job is to take the image and put it in the your pick area, and then randomly select an image for the computer pick, place it there. In this case, it's a tie. So yeah, it says it's a draw, and the number of draws went up by 1. Well, let me click another picture. I'll try scissors. Ooh, scissors beats paper. Hey, I won, and it says you win. So I'm playing against the computer here. I'm picking an image. That image gets placed in the your pick. A computer randomly picks an image, and you put that in the computer pick, and then determine who wins, update the scores, and write a little message here. So you already know how to do all of this, I'm pretty sure. When I click a picture here, how can you figure out which picture was picked? Well, on click, here are my little buttons right here. On click, if I click the rock image, it runs a method called play game and passes it the number 1. Okay, so 1 represents rock. If I click paper, the number 2 gets passed, and scissors is the value 3. So actually, if I scroll down to the function, and this is your job to write, I'm not going to give it the function, you can see that the function takes a parameter called user, which is either going to be 1 if the user clicked rock, 2 for paper, and 3 for scissors. So you've got to figure out then how to place that correct image into this location right here. And we've done this before, and you have an example of that, right? That's the image called user pick. The ID is user pick. And the default right now, when you start the game, it's set up as a blank image, but you're going to change that based on whatever the user clicked. And then there's an ID, and you're going to use, get element by ID. You know how to do that already. There's an ID called computer pick that represents this image right here, and you're going to have to make a random number and randomly, and then put either rock, paper, or scissors, an image of rock, paper, or scissors right there to figure out who wins and display the message in this little output. And that ID is called out right there. And you can see when the game starts, out says, click rock, paper, or scissors. I hope I spelled everything correct. I never know how to spell scissors. So yeah, that ID is called out. And then there is also an ID here on the bottom. You're going to have to, again, this is just going to be about get element by ID. Right now, at the beginning of the game, B stands for bold. The ID wins there right now is 0, losses is 0, and draws is 0. So this is all going to be about getting elements by ID, figuring out what they are, and then changing them based on whether the user won or lost. And I'm going to give you this whole part of the code, and your only job is to complete the function right there. Yeah, this is a little bit of a longer program than usual, but I think that you know how to do all of these things. I'm sure you can do it. All right, thanks so much for watching.